In this video we're going to be taking our first look at the Salomon Aero Glide. I'm going to be telling you the things I like about the shoe and some of the things that I don't like. What is up everybody, and welcome to 40 Runs. Now if you're new around here, I need you to do me a quick favour. I need you to hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification. That way you're going to get notified when we publish a new video. Okay, right, so today we're taking our first look at these, the Aero Glide from Salomon. Now I've never tried a road shoe from the guys at Salomon, so I was super excited to get these on my feet. Okay, so how this video is going to work, because this is a first impressions video, we've done 20 something miles in it. It's a minimum of 3 runs before we do a first impressions, and usually I try and get about 20 miles in the shoe. But we're going to do a sort of stats and features, things I like, things I don't like, and then we're going to sort of wrap it up at the end. Okay, so with that, let's do the stats and features. Let's start firstly, I think, with the midsole. So we've got the energy foam in the shoe running all the way along. We've got 37mm of stack in it. It's got a 10mm drop, so obviously 26 under the forefoot. It weighs 272 grams in my UK 9.5 and fits true to size-ish. I'll come on to that in a moment. This shoe is ideally suited for those easy runs and the sort of daily miles. It's a little bit of a max stack shoe, but again, I'll come on to that in just a second. What else? You've got a mesh upper, which is okay. I said it fits true to size, and I think that's probably about it. We've got a non-gusseted tongue. And yeah, oh, the outsole. So the outsole, we've got plenty of coverage in terms of rubber, and it's just been fine in the conditions that I've been running on, which is mainly tarmac. A little bit of stuff down the canal towpaths, but mainly tarmac in these because I've been running these in London. Okay, so like I said earlier, this is a sort of max stack daily trainer from the guys at Salomon. We've got this sort of, I would say, mild guidance-ish to it. We've got slightly built up sidewalls. Can you see that? Which I think is good based on it's got 37mm of stack. Also got this sensor fit, which is like these overlays around the heel section as well, and to the medial and lateral sides, which again adds some sort of structure and helps, I say, with guidance more than anything else. It's actually quite a stable ride in the shoe considering the size of the stack in the heel. The fit's okay. I wouldn't say it's bang on true to size. I do notice in my right foot it feels a little bit smaller than my left foot. Also, and this is really weird, I get ankle rub on my left shoe. So you know when it's just a little bit higher, and this all comes down to personal preference, yeah, because your ankles are different to mine. But I do notice that on my left ankle as well. But overall, the ride's been good, and it's 272 grams, and it feels probably lighter than it actually is. It feels really nice on foot in terms of the weight. You don't notice the fact that it's a big shoe. And I would say also the other thing with it, because it's a big shoe, but look at the width of it as well. Do you see that? And I think that's also a really positive thing. It's almost like sort of super blast feeling in terms of the size of the shoe underneath the foot with the width, and that it's really quite nice actually, and it's quite pleasing again because of the size of the stack. We've got 37mm, which is quite big when you think about it. Okay, so let's do the stuff I like, and then we'll do stuff I don't like. Stuff I like first. I like the ease of use. I like the feeling of lightness in it, considering it's a max stack shoe. I like the outsole. I think that's really good. What else? Oh, I didn't mention the price. Shoe's £150, which I think is okay. Whether that'll get discounted down, I don't know, because I don't know Salomon shoes at all. I like the energy foam, does a job. Reasonable amount of feedback. It's not overly soft, it's not overly firm, so I like that as well. I like the wide platform, like I said about it being big. I like the wide platform on it. Again, being a sort of mild pronator, I do like the width of the platform that does have that stable ride with the energy foam. What else do I like? No, that's probably about it. Things I don't like. I don't like the upper. It feels a bit cheap. I think they need to do some work on these uppers. It really does feel quite cheap. £150 shoe. There's not that much comfort in the heel area. If you compare this to a Triumph 20, it's like night and day. It's just, I don't know, it just feels a bit, yeah, that's a bit cheap and a bit I don't like the tongue in terms of the fact that it's not gusseted. It just doesn't fit nice. It's quite thick, but it's, again, it's just, I don't know, it's lacking those fine details, that element of quality that I would expect from a £150 shoe. And maybe that's because I am comparing it against things like the Triumph 20 or, get this, even a Nova Blast 3. Now you might think that's a bit crazy, but I think actually it's probably where it's at. Because you can do some faster stuff in this because of the lightness in it. And that's why I was thinking of the Nova Blast 3 when I was actually running along in it. I know you've got two completely different shoes there with the Triumph 20. You're thinking, you know, plush cruiser, Nova Blast, more exciting, a little bit faster daily. But I think it's somewhere between those two. Does that make any sense? But I think, you know, as a sort of first impressions and a first impressions for me with Salomon road shoes, I've been quite impressed with it over these initial runs. I wouldn't say I've been blown away by it. I'm disappointed by the quality in the shoe. I think it's lacking a bit, but hopefully, you know, as they improve, these uppers will get improved, and yeah, the overall feeling of quality of the shoe will improve. But yeah, you know what? It's pretty all right. Pretty all right. Is that good English? Probably not. So look, let's summarise it. I like the energy foam. I like the ride. I like the width of it. I like the feeling of lightness despite it being a max cushion shoe. I don't like the cheap feeling of it. I think really you probably end up in a Triumph 20 over this, or maybe even, like I said, an Nova Blast 3 if you want to go the other way. But it does offer something different to the norm, which I think is kind of cool from Salomon. I do like to, I don't know, get brands on here that are away from the sort of normal brands. But yeah, so it's okay. It's nothing that's like earth-shatteringly brilliant here, and it's nothing that's like disastrous like something from Nike. It's okay, and I think that's probably the best way to sum it up.